Welcome to Policing TV, where I'm delighted to be joined by Gavin Thomas, OBE, former president of the Police Superintendents Association and now a director at Team Police. Gavin, thank you so much for joining us on Policing TV.
It's a pleasure.
Let's start. Tell us something about Team Police.
Yeah, sure. Team Police started through a social enterprise group, which I joined after I retired from the police. And it was premised on the experience they'd had some years before in setting up a similar organisation for the armed forces called Team Army, now called Team Forces, which has been very successful over the years, engaging with business and raising much needed funds to support sport, health and well-being of all those in the armed forces. So I was approached by EFOS VO, the social enterprise group, to look at how we could do something similarly for the police service, and that was in 2019. So we started it off. Then of course the pandemic came along, which caused a few issues because there was no sporting events. But effectively, Bernard, we exist. We're partnered with Police Sport UK, which is the representative body for all the police sporting associations in the United Kingdom. And we engage with our business sponsor partners who gratefully support us to provide much needed funds to support everybody in the policing family who are engaged in sport, physical activity at every level, from those who perform at elite level internationally, right down to encouraging people who have not been physically active, who want to just do something to get healthier and feel better about themselves. And we've been on this journey now for the last few years, and it's really started to gather momentum. And we're going from strength to strength now. We're engaging with a lot more businesses who are engaged with the police service anyway and feel they have the similar values than us. They want to give something back to the service. And since then, we run a number of sporting events during the year where we engage our business sponsors with the service, enjoy sport, and at the same time support everybody who's engaged in sport right across the service.
Before we look ahead to some of the events that Team Police will be supporting later this year, 2024, let's just look back a little, if we may, to an event that you held at the Metropolitan Police's New Scotland Yard on the River Thames in London just recently, which was really, I understand, to thank your supporters, past, present, and hopefully future.
Yes, we've done it annually now a few times, and we're very grateful to the Commissioner and the Metropolitan Police for hosting us and allowing to use that fantastic facility in New Scotland Yard with the most amazing view right across the River Thames. And exactly that. It's not one of our sponsored events at all. It would be right to do so. And it's exactly as you said, Bernard. It's our way of saying thank you to our business sponsors, get seniors together and have a very enjoyable evening and meet new people, meet new businesses and just celebrate sport and policing.
And I guess you're always open to other prospective sponsors getting in touch as equally as enthusiastic you are about continuing the support from your existing sponsors.
Absolutely. We value our current sponsors. Some of them have been with us from the start of this journey. And we're always talking to new businesses who have some involvement in the police service, who, as I said, want to put something back into policing, want to demonstrate their support for those who are working in policing, the wider policing family. And I think also, Bernard, it would be remiss of me not to mention the police covenant, which, of course, articulates just what I've just said. It's not just those serving, it's also those that have served and the wider policing family that are involved in sport, which these businesses also want to be engaged in and help, right across the country.
So the police covenant here in the UK, a relatively recent, I want to say within the last couple of years,
yes,
account or rather statement of what it is that policing is expecting and should provide by way of support. It's sort of a covenant, is exactly as it should be. So good to have that in place. Policing TV is delighted to have been invited to cover some or all of the future events coming up this year and hopefully beyond. The first of which is going to be taking place in Birmingham at a wonderfully named training establishment, Tally Ho. So tell us about that event coming up at Tally Ho in the next handful of days.
Well, we're delighted to be helping to host the British Police women's football team playing the Garda Siochana. So it'll be on the 29th, kicking off at 1 o'clock.
Of February, I think. February, yes.
The 29th of February. We have a large number of our business sponsors and police seniors, including a good number of the chief officer team. The Chief Constable of West Midlands is also attending. And it should be a really good day celebrating women's football in policing. And we're particularly keen, us and Police Sport UK, to celebrate the diversity in sport. So it's not only men's sport, women's sport, and disability sport as well. But this event we're particularly looking forward to. It's the first major women's police competition which we will be hosting.
Well, I'm delighted and thankful to have been invited there myself, and I'll be attending and filming for Policing TV, the first such event that Policing TV will be covering. Looking forward to meeting the teams in what will genuinely be an international match. So, Gavin, thank you so much for those words of introduction to Team Police and to the sponsors, as well as to the event coming up on the 29th of February. Looking forward to Policing TV covering these over the coming months and beyond. Gavin Thomas, OBE, thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Brendan.